Gentlemen of the press, I would like to address the general public and also advert the attention of the Kebbi State Independent Electoral Commission and all relevant security agencies and other critical stakeholders in the ongoing local government elections in Kebbi State. It is tragic to note that since inception early morning today, the election in several local governments and wards polling units have been marred by naked violence, snatching of ballot boxes, box stopping, and even prevention of the supply of election materials to certain places that are considered PDP dominated areas. Let me start by way of saying what has transpired today thus far has shown clearly not only that the APC-led government in Kebbi, its membership and its candidates have not only been covered and exposed as desperate people who have been paid woefully to earn the confidence of the electorate over these years, have decided to take way of violence in order to secure electoral victory by all means. This is unfortunate. This is condemnable. It's unacceptable. And therefore we are calling all concerned authorities to note this and to take measures. I would like to mention 30 areas that we have gotten reports so far. Suru local government or Suru Dakingari local government, APC members use security personnel and snatch ballot boxes either on their way to wards and others even on their way to local government, to the local government from the state capital. And having snatched these boxes and having accessed the ballot papers, these ballot papers were thumb printed and the boxes were stopped with votes in favor of the APC. Although our people put stiff resistance and had reported to the DPO of the local government and other security representation in the local government, but the APC members, in their desperation to hide their colossal failure in terms of governance, in terms of earning the confidence of the people, the support of the people, remain intransigent in seeing that they steal the mandate of the people in order to continue their malgovernance, thereby further emasculating our people and further putting them and pushing them into abject poverty and despair. By the grace of God, this will not take place. In Aleru local government, for example, and in Kashinzama ward in particular, In 4 out of the 6 polling units, the PDP won, and having realized that with the 2 remaining, it is as good as the councillorship candidate of the PDP has won the election. Our real-time report showed us that they have refused to announce the result of these 2 polling units and instead insisted on taking the election materials to Aleru town. Till now, nothing has been done on these 2 polling units results. It has not been declared, it has not been mentioned, and most probably they are contemplating on how to stop votes in favor of the APC and how they can increase the tally to avoid their open and clear defeat. In Kalgo local government, at the initial stage, there was furor and rancor because early morning, well before the arrival of election materials, APC members came with state INEC designated boxes, stopped them, and were there well before any other person at the polling units. If not for the alertness and the preparedness of the PDP members to insist that these boxes must be emptied, not only emptied, but rejected, and they succeeded in handing over these culprits to the police. Presently, the police in Kalgo has in record and has in detention those who were caught box stopping even well before the beginning of the election. Apart from that, we have Dankosa, where more than half of the wards no election took place, and in certain areas like Ayu wards, like the Umar ward, APC members attack PDP members and even attack the police and got away with election materials. In Bana wards, no voting took place. In Yauri local government, there have been gross irregularities, starting with Tamdi wards. APC members intimidated and attacked people and run away with ballot boxes and other election materials. In Gigima wards, APC members chased away people and cast vote in favor of the APC. You realize that when we say APC members in collusion with hoodlums who are armed with machetes and even local made guns. In Yellow West, for example, there are 7 polling units in Yellow West wards, but election was only conducted in 3 polling units out of the 7. And even in those places, they were marred by malpractices. In Kokobese local government, in Hirchi ward, election was conducted before the arrival of election materials. And INEC staff printed ballot papers were already ready to be stuffed into the boxes. All efforts by our agents and other supporters, I mean the PDP supporters, to resist these heinous acts will not succeed. In Jadati ward, for example, no voting took place. Equally the same with Gwandu local government, there was massive irregularities and malpractice. In Chepe ward, there are 5 polling units and no election took place in all the polling units. In Dalijan Ward, police, in collusion with APC members, aided in the snatching and running away with election materials. In Wandumarapo Ward, where we have 2 polling units, in which elections were not conducted at all. In Yola Makangara and Yola Brini polling unit, elections were not conducted. In Masama Ward, election materials were directed or diverted to other places. And therefore, nobody witnessed any form of voting whatsoever in Masama. In Sakaba local government, members of the APC blocked and prevented the supply of election materials to other places in the hinterland. This to take place, and therefore no election at all took place. Zuri is the worst situation. Election materials were diverted. Those carrying them from Bineka were ambushed way into the midnight, stolen. Not a single place or polling unit witnessed voting in Zuru local government area. Bandits, and particularly Fulani bandits, were brought into Zuru, and they went on unleashing mayhem on innocent people who came out to vote. Some of our supporters now are in the hospital in Zuru, and this has been reported to the police. We are waiting to see which action is going to be taken. Not a single place witnessed voting in Zuru town. Elections material was stolen, was snatched, taken into the houses. We don't know where they are going to emerge with the results, because we can't know where the votings took place. And therefore, those who will emerge from Zuru at any place, be it at the ward level or the local government level, to announce results, must be the people who snatched the boxes and election materials way into the midnight. We haven't gotten any report regarding prevention of the conduct of election or snatching of ballot boxes. Our people are monitoring the situation, and we will get to the public and inform them accordingly what is unfolding in this very unfortunate scenario. In Kalgo local government, as I mentioned earlier, we have a case at the police station, and we are following the case. In Jega local government, there are a lot of irregularities. For example, in Alelu, in Jandusi, in Kimba. What is happening is marks of deliberate attempt to impose a political party and its candidates on the unwilling citizens of this great country of ours, Nigeria, in Kebbi State. This must be rejected. It must be justiced. It must be condemned to subhuman existence. And these heinous and barbaric acts and unlawful and illegal stealing of people's mandate must not be allowed to see the light of the day. Fellow Kebians, and by extension fellow Nigerians, what is happening in Kebbi does not portend a good future for this country and its citizens. In a situation whereby people are coming in the open to beat their chest, that they have realized the generality of the people have lost confidence in their party and in their led government. And because they want to cling to power at all costs, at the expense of everyone, they have said in the open that they will snatch boxes, they will use money, they will use their incumbency factor and impose themselves on the indigenes of Kebbi State, come what may. We must say with all sense of responsibilities, nobody has monopoly of violence. Nobody also has monopoly of negative wisdom. We are Kevians. We accepted to go into this democratic, legitimate democratic process. We sought for the support of people. People came out to vote, but in many places, in most of the places, they did not meet the Electoral Commission officials, did not see security agencies, and neither did they see election materials. And the unfortunate part of this is today, at the end of the day, you will go to wards and local government collection centers and you hear results being brandished and written and even sanctioned by security agencies. This will not be acceptable. We are getting our facts ready, and we are communicating with the relevant agencies, for example the security agencies and the Kebbi State Independent Electoral Commission, and presenting our facts to them. And even in the midst of all these undoings, the PDP has put on a very, very strong fight, and that's why, because of the overwhelming support, it has won several seats, both for the councillorship and for the chairmanship. And we are waiting whether these results will be announced by the Kebbi State Independent Electoral Commission or not. And whether established cases of box snatching and violence and box stopping and other irregularities and interfering with the due electoral process could be dealt with by the police. We are waiting to see. We cannot accept a situation whereby hoodlums, dacoits will unleash brigandage on our people for the very fact that our people have come to exercise their civic responsibilities and to give mandate on people they have thought will really give them what they want. And therefore, we'll continue to update you of all you need to know and the actions we are taking in order to deal with this unfortunate and pathetic situation. Thank you very much, and God bless.